Hey there, you two. A couple days later, I am feeling much better. I know y'all need a haircut, but I forgot to use the camera. But got up super early this morning. Um, so right now I am cleaning up and organizing a little bit in here because, like I said, we're gonna go camping. I think I'm gonna take the week off and just take my family camping. So what I gotta do is get this tent together. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean all the stuff out of the tent. Um, so all of that cardboard and different things of that nature is gonna be brought into here. Of course we got trash, but I won't be able to do the trash run until like Monday. So Monday morning again, as a reminder, the truck goes in for its appointment to go ahead and get the radiator replaced. Just a reminder, we had a storm a couple of Saturdays back, and slid off the road. Was not driving fast. My foot wasn't even on the gas pedal, y'all. It's just that certain dirt roads, depending on how they pitch the angle, it don't matter. And the slide was just a small little funny gradual slide. But the issue was that the ditch on the side is like very deep. And I remember some of the neighbors tried to make that because they was hoping that if they made that ditch on the side, that the water would kind of pool over there and run down, as opposed to just making that whole road like a sludge fest. Well, it definitely pushed the water off, but it also created a new issue. And it was very deceptive. You look at the road and you're like, oh, it's not that bad. It's no puddle, you think. And then I guess because nobody else drove through it, there was no deep tire tracks or any of that. So I'm just like, okay, so we might be fine, but let's just take it easy and just coast on through. Nope, it was just real slow. It was so funny. It was just like, okay, yep, we're just easing to the right, and then next thing you know, it was like a bloom in like that, and you can tell that some of it from underneath, kind of, I guess, because when you see, I'll show you later, but when you see my bumper is fine. But I don't know. I guess that issue, it affected the radiator somehow. It caused a crack because you can tell it was like a small shift. I don't know. I just know it's something I did because prior to that, didn't have no issues with the radiator. There was no leaking. There was no nothing. So until after that happened. So, but all praise to the Most High. We're gonna get that taken care of. Yes, and just and since living off grid, one of the things I can say that I'm super duper grateful for is being able to be put into the position to where, and yes, we can get upset. It's like, oh, the money we put away and saved for a bigger project, now it has to be spent. But I remember being in a position to where when something like this goes wrong, there was nothing saved because you check the check, even with you know, doubling my salary. Like, no, I'm not six figures, but for me, I doubled my salary. And it was still like just tough in the suburbs. And it's I'm not mad because I'm actually happy to finally be in a position to where when something goes wrong, I can fix it. You know what I mean? Like somebody said something real important to me. Um, they said remember, money is only a tool. It's only a tool and a means to get the things that you want and or need, right? But as long as you view it as a tool, you will never lose your mind. The whole purpose of having it is because it has to be or will eventually be spent. It's a tool. And since I changed thinking about it that way, it really helped with the mental, and it really helped with understanding that at the end of the day, it's a tool for investing. And we should rather more be conscious into what we're investing in as opposed to the fact that we spent money, right? And some of the things learned while homesteading. And a lot of that stuff comes from you all. I'm gonna be honest. Like some of you all say stuff in the comments, some of the stuff we might not like, but I'm gonna be honest. I do sit and think about it, and I do ask myself, and I do meditate through it, right? Because not every what we would call a negative comment is intended to be a butthole comment, right? So I do look at them, I heart them, and I do sit and meditate and think about it, right? And it's a lot that comes from that. So keep commenting and keep, doing what you guys do. So today, no special crazy projects, but we're going to go ahead and get the shed cleaned up a bit because I'm going to be bringing a bunch of stuff in here. And we're going to be working on trying to straighten out that tent because eventually I'm going to deflate it, put it in its bag, get to the tent spot, inflate it. We got a few things coming like the air mattress, the queen air mattress. We have a fire pit. So I have a wood burning stove for the tent. And a lot of that stuff, including a second tent, is left in Chicago. It's in my storage. And with what we've been doing with the truck, I just haven't been able to get up there and get any of it. So we have another one coming, which, to be honest, I would love to, once we're done using it, just maybe stick in here for some heat. I want to try it. I want to see how it does. It does great in a 10 by 10 tent. In fact, it runs you out of a 100 square foot tent. And this is a 16 by 10. So I think it'll do great. I think it'll do fine in here. We'll see. And then other things we got coming along is, our typical coffee cups. And then another project I'm doing is I want to take this system and I want to build it to where it's mobile, because I think when I do go camping, I would like to take it. I don't want to take my pec round right now. It's hooked to the RV at the moment. And then on top of that, I don't want to leave the RV with zero power while we're going camping. And I don't want to take the RV. I don't want to take it. As far as everybody like, oh, you going camp, you leaving your stuff? Nope. See my neighbors down there? Right there? Lil Southwest Homestead. That's my brother. We keep an eye on each other. And including my other neighbors. You tell them you gone for a week. When I say we watch each other's back, we watch each other's stuff. Also, another update. This guy, I figured it out. I got the PV input working. So remember, before, my issue with this was it wasn't reading any of my solar. Like, I had it hooked up. I had the batteries that I had hooked up into, I believe, series in order to make a 48 volt system that I was trying to do. And I was so upset at this purchase because I'm like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this a Ninja thing just reading the solar? I don't know. I just happened to go ahead and give it a shot because I was on the phone with Marcus from Settled Out West OG. Y'all know that's my big brother, as well as my solar mentor. And he had got a new all-in-one inverter in as well. And we was kind of running into a similar problem even with that one. And we was just like, it's got to be something we doing wrong. So I decided to take my 2 folding panels that y'all see I have, the ones I use for the pec round, or now that I'm currently using for the office, and I hooked those up in series in order to increase the voltage to like 90. And guess what? It registered and it cut on without the battery, this thing. So that made my day. I am so glad. 400 something odd dollars. Thank God. So that's an update on that. But I talked a lot. We're going to go ahead and get some work done. And I got to change this battery because clearly I can see it is struggling a bit right there. I'm at 6% on this joint. All right. And the lens is dirty. I know y'all can see it. Heck, I can see. There we go. A little better. A little bit. See my lip chap? Y'all, a little cut in my lip. Y'all, I was sick as a dog. I don't know what I had. You talking about, it was like my hips and kneecaps hurt like crazy. And I had a fever. It was nuts. But it's part of the off-grid experience. I wanted to record it, but then it was like, I should have recorded. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to get better at recording just the random other stuff too. Again, a lot of you told me it's not always about the projects. We just want to know off-grid. Every aspect if possible. I'm going to try to get better with that. Forgive me. But that's why we haven't had any videos. My wife did a great job trying to do some reviews and things of that nature, but I'm going to do my best. All right. I'm going to change this battery and we're going to start working on emptying that tent and organizing this here office / shed thingy. Thanks for coming back, guys. We're at the tent. And as you can see, tis messy. So I'm going to get all this cardboard out and I think I'm gonna take some with us camping, and then the rest of it I think I'm gonna put in the shed. And then you see we got more mulch, more dirt. That right there is the bag for the tent as well as the air pump. I know y'all, this is freaking ridiculous, but today's the day we're gonna get a chance to really sanitize and clean this thing up, get it back into working order. We're gonna use it to go camping, and then when we get back, I'm gonna continue to use it for certain types of storage. Okay, yes, it's still messy, but that's what I got so far. Like I said, I'm just gonna get stuff out the tent. Now, before I go back and get the dirt, I'm gonna work with all of this. As you can see, trash and everything else like that. And then I think I want to sweep, get all that cleaned up. I started moving stuff to the side over here that's gonna be going with us camping. Some of it I took outside already, the tarp, things of that nature. This tarp, y'all saw earlier, my wife was doing some sort of experiment with it. I don't know if she's gonna continue experimenting, but I'm gonna be putting the things I need into here, putting the top on and taking that out with us. These are just more boxes. So let's continue to get organized. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I think I want to put some temporary screws in just so I could hang a couple of things, my jump rope and stuff like that. You can screw it in, screw it out when it's ready to go ahead and put more of the paneling up. But for now, just for organization purposes, I think I'm gonna put a few in over here just so I can hang up some of these things, my bags, and just to get some of this stuff up off the ground. Like I said, just until we get back, and then we're gonna go ahead and continue with some of our projects, mostly prepping for the winter. Yeah, I think that's what we should do, because I still have to bring in the dirt and the mulch, which is gonna go over here somewhere. But for right now, I know that ain't the neatest. But again, it looked better than what it did. We're wrong with that for now, because we still have so much other stuff we need to do to prepare. And I know I'm gonna need shelving, y'all, because I gotta have some nice places to put my tools. Right now I got them sticking in these bags and things like that, which is okay temporarily, but of course we know long term it's not gonna work. All right, so I gotta figure out a way how to fold this guy up. 6 feet wide by 20 feet long. I'm 5'5". But we're gonna figure it out. Shout out to the Homestead Angel who bought this for us. My wife is already planning on how she's gonna use it, how she wants it. Well, she had a plan how she wants to use it. She was testing things out the other night, but then that's when that storm came in, and that's when we had to hightail it in and take cover, because it was a pretty rough one. All right, but let's figure this out. Dang it. Broke my broom. Hey there, guys. Okay. A lot of time went past. Marcus from Settled Out West OG came over to help me out. We finally got my 48 volt system hooked up. Now, y'all saw me clean up earlier. It's a mess again. But I'm gonna clean it up though. But look at this. Yes. So it's temporary. Don't talk trash. It's temporary. But I got it up. I got it going. I got it pulling in solar.
I don't know if you can see it. Batteries is basically fully charged. I got 516 watts coming in. There's my batteries hooked up right there, looking good. That right there is, not cool. Not cool, but it's temporary because we wanted to test it to make sure everything worked, and it is working. So now what I'm finna get ready to do is I'm gonna make another little system that I'm gonna use to take with us camping, and it's gonna consist of this inverter, charge controller, my old RV batteries, and then let me show you. I'm finna show you. Just hold on. Let me show you. And these two foldable panels, and it's gonna keep us charged up and going good while we camping. And here are the panels that I am now using, which is my 48 volt panels, 545 watts. This is temporary. I am actually right now about to go ahead and build what I need for them to be here permanently. So I'm gonna get my stuff and go ahead and build that. And that's what we're gonna do real quick. It ain't gonna take long. We're gonna go ahead and build this thing to hold the panels up. Let's get ready to do it. So for this solar build project, or for me to build my stands, we're gonna be doing a stand exactly like the first one that I built. Of course, my goofy behind did not film it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have a habit of when I'm in the zone, and like I said, that's why I told you I was gonna try to do better filming things. So these are the materials we're gonna use. Let's come out here. Right now, they ain't being used at all. I'm coming with us. So, 1 2x4. 2 T-posts. To put my T-post in the ground. These things right here to go on the solar panel so that I can mount them to that. And my T-post brackets. That's what we need. Oh, crap. We're gonna need our saw. We're gonna need our gun. Saw, well, gun, saw, T-post adapter, screws. I need screws. Sun is getting low. Almost time to water the plants. I'm the only person that organized and still lose stuff. Y'all saw me organize today. I know y'all saw it. All right. Now, I thought I bought some that's a little shorter. I need something that's not that short. Ha! We're going to go with these. All right. We're going to go with these. We're going to go with these. All right, y'all. Sun is going down, but as y'all can see, we finished it. We got it up there. That's basically what I was going for. Pretty good angle. I can't wait to see tomorrow during peak hours how much this thing is going to be bringing in. Super pumped. But battery died again. I had to change it. But while the battery was charging, let me show you what else I worked on. Family came out. 2 kids fighting as usual. But let me show you. Let me show you what I worked on. So this is what I'm gonna take with us when we go camping. That bad boy right there. So basically, battery, inverter, charge controller, and this right here. I just created this line right here, and this is gonna be where I'm gonna use the foldable solar panels. And basically, in our tent is like a little hole. It's supposed to be for the ducting for a portable AC unit. That's where I'm gonna send the lines out basically for the solar panels for outside. And that's what we're gonna be doing for camping. But the tent still ain't cleaned out because it still ain't dried out. It's got water in there. So I think what I'm gonna do before the end of this night is I am going to re-pump up the tent just to make sure it's nice and firm. And I'm gonna get a broom or something like that and just try to get as much water out of there as possible. But hey, pretty good day. A lot of projects done, a lot of things knocked out. The 48 volt panel. The 48 volt system. Something that could grow. As you can see, we completed our little solar over there. Can't wait. And we also made a mini solar system where I can just change out from lithium, whatever battery I choose. I mean, if I want to, I can actually take my Redodo battery out of my RV and put that inside of my, I could actually take that one with us. Because the RV is plugged up to the PEC ground, which is always hitting 100% at no problem because it's pulling in over 1,000 watts of solar. And we barely use 200 watts. So that battery always stays topped off. So I feel like we might be good for this camping trip. I feel like we might be good. So, yeah, well, I'm going to call it. I'm finna get ready to do some cleaning up. Clean up the property, clean up the yard. Y'all can see the wife back at it. And probably going to light this fire pit. Get a little flame going. Hey, shout out to Settled Out West OG, my big brother Marcus, my solar seafood. Helped me out, taught me a lot. Super duper confident. Can't wait to help out others when it comes down to this stuff. I'm starting to feel real confident when it comes to solar. Finished the 48 volt system and just put that one together with confidence. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So, that being said, shout out also to the Homestead Angels for always looking out for us, for always keeping us in your prayers, for always being in the comment section, encouraging us, even when we go through the roughest of situations. We know it's a part of off-grid. We know it's a part of life, but sometimes you'll have a moment, right? And just being able to see comments like that, are you all always in there and encouraging us and just fantastic. Hey, sign out to Mr. and Mrs. Anderson. Congrats on y'all land. Can't wait to see y'all soon. And shout out most of all to the Homestead homies, right? 7 Sigma off grid as usual. That's my big brother. They have just been doing phenomenal things out there. That mini split, they making it comfortable. Hey, off grid Rashad out there roughing it. That man right there, he's one of our veterans in my opinion. He's been out there. I know 4 years ain't much for y'all, but it's after being off grid for going on 4 months. 4 years is a long time. And hey, shout out to Little Southwest Homestead, the best neighbors anybody could ever ask for. They just been really there for us, especially every time the truck decides it wants to act up and be retorted. But man, my brother take care of me. I take care of my brother. Can't wait for y'all to see more videos coming from them. Hey, go check them out and look at their latest videos. Beautiful, wonderful family. That man is full of knowledge. Y'all seen him already in some of my earlier videos, us working together, but don't worry. We're going to be having some collaboration videos coming together soon because we have to get ready for winter. Hey, you know who else? Shout out to my parents, right? Shout out to my in-laws. Shout out to my mom. She bought me an AC yard that's supposed to be coming soon. She was like, I ain't finna have my boy up in there and that thing burning up inside of that shed. Look, weather finna change, y'all. But I'm super happy and I'm grateful. You know, and then just shout out to my family out there in Chicago. Y'all know who y'all are. You know, who constantly encourage us also, constantly hitting us up and checking up on us. Can't wait for y'all to come out and visit. So, oh, we can't go yet. We gotta announce the winner. We have to announce the winner of the free Ogre fan. All right, y'all. So the winner of the Ogre fan giveaway is our brother Jay Braxton Kingdom Knight. Listen, I commented at the bottom of your comment in that video where we discussed the giveaway. I believe it was the video of, let me look, DIY free homestead project, big and small, and the giveaway. Let you know now, you have, I'm gonna give you 3 days to respond, to get to my email and send me your address. So then that way we can go ahead and get that fan sent out to you. If you don't get back to me, I'm gonna have to choose another winner. All right, because we don't want this sitting too long. So hit me up, bro. Hit our main channel. And if you go look into the description, you should be able to see the email to the channel there. Email me your address that you want the fan sent to, and we'll get that fan sent right over to you. All right. So now, with that, we say we'll see you next time.